My family prepared for the wrong natural disaster for 6 months because my dad misheard the emergency broadcast. Last spring, he's shaving with that ancient electric razor that sounds like a dying motorcycle. Emergency radios cranked to volume level, small aircraft engine. Earthquake preparedness drill for all residents is apparently what his brain processed. It was immediate flood warning for creek-adjacent properties. For 6 months, this man had us doing earthquake drills like we lived on a fault line instead of boring Ohio. Drop, cover, and hold on. My sister Vanessa would dive under the kitchen table so fast she'd knock over her juice and land directly on our dog every single time. Mom's trying to do her 12-step Korean skincare routine. Dad suddenly bellows, "Earthquake drill!" from the hallway like some deranged fire chief. She face-planted into her $80 retinol cream, came up looking like she got attacked by a glazed donut. The worst part was watching Becca's patience slowly crumble. She'd stand in the kitchen after another surprise drill, hands shaking, trying not to lose it. "Dave, honey," she'd whisper, voice cracking. "Maybe we could space these out more. The kids are getting traumatized." But Dad was obsessed, convinced we were all going to die if we weren't perfectly prepared. He'd wake up at 3 in the morning checking our emergency supplies, reorganizing the earthquake kit. I'd find him on our front porch before dawn, staring at the ground like he was waiting for it to start shaking. Vanessa started having nightmares, real ones. She'd crawl into my bed crying about the big shake coming to get us. Becca would hold her for hours, rocking back and forth, her own eyes filled with exhausted tears. "It's okay, baby. Daddy's just trying to keep us safe." Meanwhile, our basement's slowly becoming an indoor swimming pool. Miller's Creek behind our house kept rising like it was auditioning for Noah's flood. The water started seeping through the foundation on a Tuesday. Becca was doing laundry and suddenly screamed. Not the drill scream, a real terrified scream that made my blood freeze. "There's water coming up through the floor." We rushed downstairs. Murky creek water was bubbling up through concrete cracks. The smell hit us immediately, that gross, muddy stench of stagnant pond water. Does Captain Earthquake notice? Hell no. He's installing seismic safety latches on every cabinet while sloshing through ankle-deep creek water downstairs. Muttering about foundation stability and structural integrity, Becca completely broke down that night, full-on sobbing in the bathroom while she thought we couldn't hear. "He's lost his mind, hasn't he?" she whispered to herself. "My husband has actually lost his goddamn mind." The peak insanity was when he made us practice our family earthquake plan in the actively flooding basement. We're duck walking under folding tables while tadpoles are doing backstroke around our ankles. Becca's mascara running down her face like a raccoon having a midlife crisis. "Dave, why are there fish swimming through our foundation?" Dad, dead serious. "Underground water displacement. Earthquakes cause weird geological phenomena, Becca. I read about it on Facebook. My brother Trevor's recording everything for TikTok. Day 127 of living with discount Dwayne Johnson," he whispers to his camera while crouched under Mom's craft table. The city finally sent someone to check on us. Apparently we were the only family in the flood evacuation zone who hadn't fled to higher ground. Poor guy walks into our living room, sees our whole family huddled under furniture, wearing bright yellow construction helmets Dad bulk ordered from Amazon. 3 inches of creek water casually covering our hardwood floors. "Sir, you realize you're in an active flood zone?" Dad pops his head up from under the coffee table, helmet askew. "Oh yeah, but we're earthquake ready." Plot twist, though. Dad's completely insane earthquake preparedness accidentally saved our house. All that foundation reinforcement he obsessively installed held our structure together, while everyone else's houses got condemned from flood damage. The city inspector called it the most accidentally genius disaster prep he'd ever seen. Sometimes being spectacularly wrong is exactly the same as being accidentally brilliant. Dad still won't admit he misheard the radio.